G'day and welcome to vlog number 1. In this vlog I'm going to share with you a bit about my story, a bit about freedom, a bit about choice. And if you're new to this channel, Your Life Designed is all about inspiring breakthrough to a healthier, wealthier, better version of you so you can live your life designed. So a bit about me, a bit about my background and my story and what's led me to walking around in the public domain, filming myself and sharing content online and doing stuff that's all a bit different. Well, it all kind of started a long time ago, back in primary school and in high school when I was going to school. I just didn't like it. I felt frustrated the whole time. I would often wake up to my alarm and I'd have to drag myself out of bed to go to school, like many kids do, I suppose. But I don't know, it was a bit different for me. I was the only one in my kindergarten class who had to be bribed into not crying each day when I arrived at kindergarten, and they had to give me a sticker every day I arrived without crying. And if I got 10 stickers in a row, then I got a pack of Texters, which took me a while to get, but I got there in the end. Anyway, this kind of discontent carried through. I finished high school and I needed a year off. Had a year off and that was fantastic. University was a bit better. After that, got into the corporate world, and that was when I suppose I really started to notice that I was discontent, sitting there at a desk and a computer, and I don't know, it just didn't sit right with me. So I went off traveling for 3 years, which was fantastic. Came back and decided, I was a bit older, a bit more mature, a bit more ready to be in the corporate world. I've got to show you this view, by the way. It's just magnificent. Isn't that spectacular? Got back into the corporate world and that was okay. I was kind of ready for it at that point. I was ready to settle down a bit more. I got back into it, but over the last 10 years or so of me being in the corporate world, I've noticed that discontent that I felt at primary school and that discontent that I felt in high school and when I first started in the corporate world, it's been creeping back. And so I've been questioning myself for some time now, where are these frustrations coming from? What's it all about? Why, I'm living such a privileged existence. What is this frustration? Of course, it's all relative. So I did a bit of soul searching and looked into my values, and I realized that freedom was one of my biggest values that was being crossed. It was the freedom that was being crossed that was creating frustration and tension inside me. So how did I happen upon freedom? How did I work out that freedom was the clincher? Well, I read between the lines. Why was it that I was hearing my alarm clock go off in the morning and battling to get out of bed? Why was it that I was working on weekends sometimes? Why was it that I felt anxious to get to work on time? Why was it that all the processes and bureaucracy of the large corporate giant that I used to work at led me to the point where I stood bolt upright at 4 p.m. on a Thursday and walked straight out the door to a recruitment agency? It was because in all those different scenarios and many more, I felt controlled. I felt like someone else or something else owned my time. And that's when my freedom was being crossed. Now that may seem extreme to some of you watching this, and that's totally understandable. To others, I reckon there's probably a fair few people out there that would be connecting with this and connecting with those same sort of sentiments of feeling discontent at various stages in your life, feeling controlled, feeling like there's a lack of freedom. Either way, for me, I know that freedom is one of my biggest values that I need to ensure I look after. And so historically, that is what has led me to starting my own business. That is what has led me to starting my own meetup group, helping other people by sharing passive income ideas. It's what has led me to starting my own personal brand. In the future, what does that mean for me? Well, I suppose ultimately it's all about looking for what freedom means to me in the future. Where is my direction? What am I heading for? What I am heading for is being able to take my children to primary school or high school or whatever it is, and dropping them off, kissing them goodbye, watching them toddle off to school, and looking up and saying to myself, right, what am I going to do with today? How am I going to spend my time today? Am I going to go and do some work? Am I going to go mountain bike riding? Am I going to catch up with family or friends? You know, what is it that I want to do today? That is choice, that is freedom, and that is what I am heading for. So I know that to do that, to achieve that, you either need, in this money-controlled world, you either need a lot of money or you need to be earning it on autopilot. You need to be earning passive or residual income. So that's the target, and that is a big part of what this channel is all about, finding out how to build those avenues, more avenues than I've already worked out and what I'm already working on. And the beautiful part is that as I learn more of these, I'm going to be sharing them all with you. Subscribe to this channel if that's something that resonates with you. Also, that kind of leads into my next 2 vlogs that I've been thinking about, which are why I've created a personal brand and also employee versus business owner. What's my experience with that? So hope you got something out of that. Check out the next few vlogs. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have an awesome day. Take care. Bye.